Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the cosine law. We looked at the sine law the other day, now we're going to look at the cosine. Just remember that we can use these in oblique triangles, triangles that have no right angle, and we use the convention that side A is opposite angle A, side B is opposite angle B, and side C is opposite angle C. And we can use these relationships to solve this triangle. We can use the sine law or the cosine law. We looked at the sine law, so now we're going to look at the cosine law. And we're going to look at the cosine law to solve for sides today. So we can use the cosine law in two different cases. If we have two sides and a contained angle, which is the case we're going to look at today, and if we have all three sides and we're trying to solve for an angle, which is the case we're going to look at tomorrow. So if we're trying to determine the length of the side using the cosine law, we're going to write it in this way. Notice there are three different ways of writing it. Okay. If it has the a square, if we're trying to find side A, we write it in the first way. Trying to find side B, we write it in the second way. And trying to find side 3, we write it in the third way. So we isolate the side we're looking for. So it's always best to rename your triangle so that you have the one you're trying to look for labeled correctly. So if you're using different letters, sometimes it's easy to re-letter our triangle. All right, so here's the example we're going to try. You can see we have triangle ABC, and you can see that we've been given side B and side A, and we're also given angle C. So since we're looking for side C, we're going to use the arrangement of the formula like this. C squared equals B squared plus A squared minus 2AB cos C. So if we substitute in the B side, the A side, and the angle C that we're given, we end up with this. I've square rooted both sides, so I get C equals to the square root of 15 squared plus 12.5 squared minus 2 times 15 times 12.5 times that cos of 26 that we were given as angle C. You can do that in one great big step in your calculator, or you can do it in separate steps. Okay? Just be careful how you put it in. Please make sure you double check this on your calculator so you're putting it in correctly. So work it out, and we end up with C rounded to 2 decimal places as 6.65. So there's our final answer. So double check it and make sure that you got the right answer using it on your calculator. If not, make sure you do your multiplication first and then your addition and subtraction, not your multiplication, addition, subtraction in just random orders, because it's the order of operations that causes the most problem here. So I want you to try and draw these triangles and label them with the information given, and then pause the video and then go back and try and solve for the sides that you're asked to solve that you don't have. Okay. Once you've done that, move on and double check to make sure you have the right answer. Tomorrow we'll be using the cosine law to solve word problems. And here are the answers, so check your answers to make sure you got them right. Just to recap, okay, if you're not giving any angle side pairing, we can't use the sine law, but sometimes you can use the cosine law to solve your oblique triangle. And the cosine law works when you have all three sides or when you have two sides and a contained angle.